T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome to the Play It By Ear podcast. The podcast where the topics may vary because, hey, we play it by ear. And now your hosts, Eric Fiskus, Brady Liming, and Todd Griffin.
Centennial and a quarter, gentlemen.
$1.25.
$1.25. Yes.
Yes. Kind of like inflation.
Yeah, no kidding. Like the old Dollar Tree became the $1.25 tree, right?
Yeah, it became the $5 tree.
You scared me there for that. So
sorry, I'm fixing my light. Fixing my what are those round lights called that Instagrammers use
too? Yeah, like the illuminated hoop. Yeah, that's what I got too. You set yours to bright white. I put mine on model, whatever it is. It's got a slightly sunny orange flavor to it.
I have 3 hues. I have a bright white, a yeller, and a bright white and yeller mixed, and I use the mix. But if
yellow.
Yeah, it's whatever. It none of it takes away the shiny spot on the tip of my daggone nose. I know that.
You need some powder.
I do.
Powder you.
Mrs. Griffin's not here to powder me.
Well, back in the 80s, when
not that I would need her to powder me, but I need her powder. I don't own powder.
She can powder and fluff you.
Talc. I own some. What's the gold bond?
Oh,
Gold
bond.
The green
itch cream.
The green gold bond, and you got to be careful with that stuff.
Why?
It's menthol.
Ooh.
It's menthol. Yeah.
Don't get that in the wrong place.
I'll just stick with silver bond.
Have I told you guys about my shower gel that I really want to buy a tube of it for everybody I know so they can take a shower with this stuff. It's I'm a big Duke Cannon fan. I buy a lot of their soaps and different things like that. Well, they have a shower gel. I think it's just called Cold Shower. And I swear, you put that stuff on your body, and you will you shiver when you get out of the you're shivering. It's like every shower is a winter. I mean, it's like a cooling body soap.
I don't like to be cold.
I was gonna say I want my shower like as hot as the sun.
Well, it's nice. I mean, it's a nice sensation. It's a nice. You feel clean, and it's a nice. Overall
hypothermia goes away,
but then like literally as soon as you shut the shower off and get out of the hot water and step outside, you'll feel like you feel like a skinned penguin.
I do things disappear when you're
no I don't think it's you're actually cold. It just feels cold. It's like
a scared turtle.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
I like the
turtle.
I like the Duke Cannon Naval Diplomacy body wash.
It's good. Yeah.
Has like nice aquatic notes to it.
Yeah. I like the productivity. That's my favorite of their lines. It's the white bar and the white. It's like a white and green. Anyway, everybody, you should shop Duke Cannon, and proceeds from all their sales go to United States military. They send their stuff
I
overseas
also
and
like
things to
my
the soldiers.
my manscaped.com shampoo and body wash combo.
Yeah.
I still want to get sponsored by them. We could move a lot of lawnmowers in our business.
Manscaped.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is the second time in 2 weeks. And again, how long have I been on this show? But I'm like, how did we get there? Shower gel.
Don't you know us by now?
Anyway, now that we've done 5.5 minutes of frivolity, welcome to episode 125 of the Play It By Ear podcast. Savannah has checked in. Hi,
Hey.
Savannah.
Hey. You started 2 of those back to back made you sound very similar to a dog getting ready to vomit.
The dag vomit.
Yeah, and they always change their cadence of their hey.
They sound like a bad martial arts film. Oh,
you're killing me. All right, there are other people in the room. If you'd like to check in, please do so.
yeah.
If you have never been on this show before and found us
In for a treat.
into a conversation about shower gel coming out of an intro to a show, we come to the topic with the table. Each of us, we've not discussed said topic. We exhaust said topic.
Yes.
Speaking of the military, hello, Allison.
Allison.
Well,
Hey, Allison.
Retired military.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for your service as always.
Yes, definitely.
And I stand by it. I'm jealous. You're retired.
Seriously, I taught her in high school and she's retired. What's up with that?
Man.
You
I'm
picked the wrong line of work, my friend.
I did pick the wrong one. It's true.
Yeah.
All right. We are in the order on the screen in which we will go with our topics. We will mention our website here briefly. We will talk more about it as we go along. Playitbyyourpodcast.com. During our breaks, we will give you a little bit more about that. And yes, I'm sure it is awesome to be retired. Have you started your second career yet? That's the question.
She's writing the book.
Yeah. Alabama. What else can you do in Alabama?
Oh, man. Alabama. You know what? Speaking of a diversion, Georgia is a long state to drive through via interstate. But Alabama is right up there with it. You know, that state just goes on forever to get down there.
I definitely feel that way about Alabama, more so than Georgia.
Yeah, and I don't know why. It's kind of like
it goes Alabama, Georgia, Fight Hawk Road. That's the
Fight Hawk Road.
Okay, here's another diversion. Why is it okay? And if you're not in Southern Ohio, I apologize for this reference. But no matter where you are, I could be driving to Alabama. I could be in Alabama, but yet I'll still only be 11 miles from Greenfield.
Which is the longest 11 miles in the history of 11 miles.
You can be anywhere in Ohio and you're 11 miles from Greenfield. I think I've been to Greenfield only twice in my life. But I'm always 11 miles from it.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
It's perplexing.
So maybe it's some time warp.
It is.
Kind of like Fayetteville there, Eric. You know, Eric, you remember you told me that you're 30 minutes from everywhere, literally.
It is 30 minutes from everywhere. You live there. You found that out.
That's what I remember you telling me that and it's like, you're right. Took us 30 minutes to get everywhere we went.
Yeah.
I was joking with my coworker. She's from Fayetteville. And I said, hey, is it just a us thing? But like people from Fayetteville, you know, the whole Southernism where Fayetteville becomes Fetville. I said, if you're from there, do you say Fetville too? And she just looked at me like I was insane. It's like, no, that really is a thing. But
I don't hear anyone up there say Fetville.
No,
My dad says Fetville.
Yeah, I think it is a more Southernism. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Do they say Fetville, Arkansas?
I wonder.
Fetville, North Carolina?
I know I was corrected one time when I was talking about Montgomery, Alabama. Speaking of Alabama, and I was correct. No, Montgomery.
Montgomery.
All right.
All right, Governor. You're up.
All right, Governor. Speaking of Governor in Southern states, we're gonna have some fun. I was listening to a podcast and they kind of did a topic one time that has stuck with me, and I've always wanted to bring it out. And it's called Can You Spot the Florida Man? Now, for the uninitiated, the Florida Man is a nameless, faceless person that is a million people. Florida man or Florida woman is responsible for doing some of the craziest stuff ever done. And there's a lot of reasons for that. And I guess I could go into it a little bit. The abstract on the Florida Man article that I was reading, it said, like, if you take off out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida's airport in 1 minute, you're over. You've gone from the billion-dollar estates to shacks and shanties in the swamp. That Florida has a very big dichotomy, even from northern Florida to central Florida. So they say it's like the South and Appalachia in the tropics, but with a lot of other things mixed in, usually meth. But with that being said,
why do I get the feeling that Brady's getting ready to single-handedly lose us any Florida listener that has ever even?
No, I love you guys know more than anything. I love Florida. It is my home away from home. And really, I didn't realize it was a thing until one of my favorite authors. He had it's fiction, and the title of the book was "Naked the Florida Man Came," and I'm like, what? And then I started putting it together that all these crazy things happen in Florida. So this little quiz is you're going to I'm going to read the headline, and you're going to try to determine if it's the Florida Man, if it really did happen in Florida or someplace else. Hijinks will ensue.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. Okay. The man arrested for shoplifting after a job interview at Kohl's. So he interviewed for the job at Kohl's and then was immediately busted shoplifting afterwards.
At Kohl's?
At Kohl's, at the very store he was interviewing for.
I was going to say, if he shoplifted from the gas station across the street, that's not as
Nope.
Now was he interviewing for a security position at Kohl's?
It does not say it.
That would have even been better.
Oh, that would have been something.
Because that
might have been brilliant.
I'm going to go not Floridaman.
Eric,
not Floridaman. Do we have to guess where they are from if they're not Floridaman?
No.
Okay.
It will eventually reveal where it's at.
Okay.
I'll go along with Todd. I say not Floridaman.
And for the sake of fun, I have not taken the quiz yet. So I'm going to guess not Florida either.
You are playing it by ear, sir.
I'm playing it by ear in the truest of fashion. So we all decided it's not Florida. Florida man arrested for shoplifting after job interview at Kohl's, Spring Hill, Florida. After an interview with human resources deputies say the man walked over to the shoe department, found a pair of Nike sneakers without a security tag, then went to his car to get a Kohl's bag from a previous shopping trip. He was taken into custody, and this happened in December of 2019.
So what would have made this a truly great story? And like Todd said, if he was interviewing for a security position, he shoplifted and was successful and then walked back in the store and said, "Hey, look what I did.
Yes.
You need me on
You
staff
need me."
here."
Yeah.
I'm proving the flaws in your security.
Yes.
All right.
That's what he should have gone with anyway. That I would have said. I was wanting to show you guys that you need my keen sense of
detection skills.
Yeah.
All right. You ready for the next one, gents?
Yes.
Yes.
We all did so well on that one.
Yes. Woman claimed to be God and fled authorities on a tricycle. Now, I'm going to guess there might have been some illicit substances involved with this. What say you?
Yeah.
Agreed. I say not Florida, and I will go the extra step to say that's California.
Oh,
Ooh.
look at you getting all high and mighty.
Tweety, Tweety.
It's not just Florida, it's California.
I am going to say I'm going to go with Florida man, or in this case, Florida woman.
Florida women.
Florida woman.
Okay, now I might be overthinking this, but Florida is warm. A bicycle cuts through the heat and humidity as an adult much easier than riding a tricycle would be in Florida. That's just going to be sweaty and gross. I'm going to say not Florida man.
Yeah, but a tricycle would. Okay, first off, you're trying to use logic here for somebody who's claiming to be God, riding any number of wheeled getaway apparatus. So, but I would say this: if you're going to, you feel more secure on a thrice wheeler. I mean, lower center of gravity. You got more balance, more stability. I feel like you could give it a good run if you're trying to run from Johnny Law.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think Johnny Wall would be even a little bit. I'm gonna go with Ripple or Thunderbird, or Angry K9 2020 So
Brady.
All right,
but whatever it is, it's being drank out of a paper sack.
That is true. Okay, so Eric, you said not Florida. Todd, you said Florida.
I did.
I'm leading not Florida. So since it's 2-1, I'm going to hit not Florida. Florida woman claimed to be God in Naples, Florida. See? Man, that's all the way down there. So it is going to be hot. So the authorities said that the Florida woman claiming to be God held up a postal truck, stole one single package, and fled on tricycle. The suspect pointed a replica pistol at a jogger and stopped the mail truck. Wow.
So did they arrive on said tricycle, or was it just around and they saw it and like, hey, did they steal the tricycle?
I'm thinking she stole the tricycle too.
Yeah.
I think she knew the jig was up and had to get a getaway vehicle.
Yeah.
And this one happened to be a big wheel.
You don't, no matter how crazy you are, you don't show up with the tricycle for the burglary.
Yeah, that would be because that's not exactly what you call it, low key.
Or
here comes this adult on a tricycle.
Or
what?
Did she burgle the postal truck? Was about to be caught, and then decided I've got to crazy this up. Then stole the tricycle. Then claimed to be the Messiah.
There you go. Going for that insanity plea.
Yes.
Yeah. I wonder if she tried to whip out some Old Testament godisms, like she tried to part the drainage ditch to get away. Things like that.
Triking down the street, I am the Son of Man. Okay, by the way, just to qualify our conversation here, we were talking about Florida fans. 2% of our 18,000 listens have been from Florida.
Hey.
And of those, 28% have been from Ponte Vedra.
In fact, I don't want to put them on the spot, but I know who that is.
Do you now?
Those are the nieces of our dear friend Kirsten, because Ponte Vedra is just down the road a stretch from St. Augustine, just right across the bridge.
Well, how about that?
That'd be my guess.
So 28% from there, 17% from Orlando, 14% from Jacksonville, 9% from Port Orange.
Port Orange. Those are my relatives. So
there you go.
All right. Shall we, gents?
Shall.
Next. Man stole 800 pounds of stolen lemons.
Now, wait a minute. Were the lemons previously stolen before he restole them? Because that's
Yeah.
what you just said.
Yeah.
He stole stolen lemons.
Excuse me. Man had 800 pounds of stolen lemons.
I take it he stole them.
Yes.
He has either come to their possession illicitly through chicanery, or he went tree to tree, nibbly bibbly, and took those lemons right off of it. Either way, it's going to be an interesting story.
It is.
When life gives you 800 pounds of stolen lemons?
I'm guessing that he didn't put the work in to pick them off the tree.
That's a lot of lemons.
Yeah. Unless he just went pinata style and just took a stick or a rod to the limbs and knocked as many down as
knocked those trees and waited for the pinata turds to drop.
Then you'd bruise the lemons. That wouldn't be any.
Nobody likes bruised lemons.
No.
Nor toosed lemons.
Or bruised plums.
That's why I wear a cup. No bruised plums.
That's an elbow. That's an elbow rest, and you know it, sir.
Right.
Hey, so
Florida man.
Florida man? Todd?
Florida man.
I am going to go not Florida man on this one.
I'm going to go with Todd on this one because I think they're trying to trick us into saying
with the citrus.
Florida, with the citrus.
You can't trick us with citrus.
I want that on a T-shirt. Okay, so it was 2-1, not Florida. So we shall cast our lot. Eric.
Yes.
California man.
That was awkward. I thought my computer froze. You both got a real long face and had your eyelids glued down.
That was a pregnant pause.
This is what I saw from both of you.
The California man had stolen 800 pounds. Excuse me. California man has 800 pounds of stolen lemons in Thermal, California. Hey, where are you from? I'm from Thermal. Anyway, Riverside County Sheriff's officials say the 69-year-old was arrested Friday and booked on a charge of theft of agricultural products. Deputies were investigating recent farm thefts when they stopped his car. So I'm going to guess that he knew where to hit and probably picked up bushels and baskets.
So I would have to do some investigation of the California Penal Code to see if there's a bigger penalty for thievery of agricultural products.
As opposed to thievery?
Yes, exactly.
That is a good question. But I'm going to almost say, yeah, because people's livelihoods depend on that crap. And if it gets stolen,
I didn't think you got persecuted or prosecuted for any thievery in California anymore.
Maybe not. But these lemons, and it was August of 2020. So here we go. Next. Jaguar claws blank woman who climbed a zoo barrier to take a selfie.
Jaguar.
So the jaguar clawed the lass who was trying to scale the fence. She scaled a zoo barrier to take a selfie with the said jaguar.
Not Florida.
I will also say not Florida.
See, I think I'm taking the bait again because, when we think of the Jacksonville Jaguars, it is an animal, and I feel like we're trying to be guided against our will toward
guide us against our will.
So, I say not Florida. We're all anonymous, aren't we?
We're all in.
Okay, so we're gonna say not Florida. Jaguar claws Arizona woman who climbed a zoo barrier to take the selfie. The jaguar clawed the Arizona woman who climbed over the barrier near Phoenix at the Phoenix Wildlife World Zoo. And the zoo assured animal lovers that the big cat would not be put down. It was just doing what jaguars do. We just slap the snot out of it with its claws.
and that's the thing. I don't have any pity for those people.
No.
That's exactly right. The Jaguar is doing what the Jaguar does.
You have pity for their, if they're hurt, or even worse, obviously their loved ones and people that care about them. But yeah, I mean, it goes into the play stupid games, win stupid prizes kind of
Yeah. Mess
category.
around and find out.
FAFO.
That's right. You guys have also, I think we've all seen the meme,
The
the video
ratio
of the old man doing the
to the messing around
yeah.
I
is
love that.
congruent to the finding out.
I laugh every time I laugh uproariously every time I see it.
Yes.
It is great. But all right, next. Blank woman scams 4 people out of $100,000 in toilet fan scheme.
Toilet fan scheme?
Yes. I have questions.
I do too. So are we talking someone who is just fond of toilets, like a toilet fan? Are we talking about a fan?
You love toilets? Well, sign up with us. That'll be
Are we talking
$1,000.
about like a fan, like a water closet, like exhaust fan? Are we talking about an actual fan that somehow goes into a toilet?
And chops the feces?
No, I'm talking about just maybe it cools off your undercarriage when you're sitting on the toilet.
Yeah. Oh, see, no, that I don't think that would work well, because that's gonna blow a foul air up toward you, right?
Well, I think I don't know. I've never thought about that.
Blowing it up. That's what you're trying to avoid.
Well, you
right?
wouldn't be. I wouldn't think you would be making your deposits over top the fan blade.
That'd be interesting. I'm guessing that it is probably the fan above the thronal region that is saying, hey, this magical mystical fan will take that foul aroma and pump it out and save your nostrils.
The magical mystery fan.
By the way, I think when it comes to bathroom fans and exhaust fans, I think Broan makes 93.7% of all bathroom fans.
Spell that.
BROAN.
BROAN. Broan.
Yeah, Broan.
So is that when you like, you bleat your best friend and he lets out a broan?
No.
Yeah, a bromone.
No, I walk into restrooms. I look up at the fan. It's always a Broan. Always. Why do I look at the fan? I can't tell you why.
I don't know.
It's just
but
like
I do.
I have a problem. I've noticed that I hotel rooms, more hotel rooms than not, do not have exhaust fans in the bathroom. What is up with that? I at least want one of those deals where the fan's on anytime the light's on.
Okay, now the bathrooms in the hotels, a lot of them do have exhaust fans, but they're like.
I want to hear it working. I want to be ready for a. Yeah, I want to be expecting rusted bolts and grease to slop down on my head if I'm sitting on the throne.
I want to have to yell when my wife's trying to talk to me. That's how much I want that fan.
But I've noticed more and more having no fan. The whole point of an exhaust fan in a hotel is so near hotel rooms don't hear what you're doing in there.
Oh, see, I wasn't even thinking about the sound effects. I was just thinking about like the moving out the foul air.
Oh, I'm sure that I'm sure that's a part of it, but still, you got to be considerate of your those toilets
That's
are back to back a lot of times.
faucet.
You're back to back with someone. You ever think about how many times you're sitting on a toilet in a hotel and someone else literally about 8 inches from you sitting in their hotel toilet?
I have not, but now I
have
will.
not, and now I'm not going to be able to unthink that. Oh man! So if the bathroom fan is strong enough,
A little Morse code action going there. A little
yeah,
some back and forth.
Well, I mean, would the flatulence sound like you talking into the fan as a child? So it's like, like the robot sound.
I don't know.
I don't know.
So yes, Miss Wilson, there is that saying when the
There, that's where it came from.
fan.
Yes.
Yes. What?
So now what I need to look this. I'm going to look this up and I'll report
no.
back. What about that saying? Do you think it because it means something bad is happening? At what point did someone actually defecate into a fan?
I don't think it's someone. I think it's something.
Something
I'm
like
guessing, like a dairy cow, where that barn is hot.
what? Just a dairy cow, not a meat cow.
Well, no, that's a point because a meat cow's just walking around. If you're sitting there, putting the udder to the butter there, and and that cow's anus, and it's doing what cows do and pass methane. But you're trying to like fan yourself off, but every once in a while, old Bossy gets a little bit of zip on that biscuit, and it goes right into the
biscuit
fan.
zip.
Yes, that's my guess. So while you're looking that up, Eric, can I tell you where are we all at? Is this a Florida person or not?
I say yes.
Agreed. Yes.
I say yes too, because I think we're going to be totally wrong. I think it's going to be a cooling mechanism because it's Florida. So I'm going to go with Florida. So we're anonymous again. Here we go. Florida woman scams 4 people out of $100,000.
Yeah.
A Deerfield Beach woman convinced people to invest in a pan fan. It's a real device described as something that attaches to the rear of a toilet, sucks air inside, and purifies it. But instead of using the $107,000 of investment money to buy fans, the bank records show that money went toward clothes and spa services. What, Eric?
So I found this site. It's basically people asking questions and other people in like a message board sort of thing.
Yeah.
So is this what's the etymology of when the hits the fan? And then the guy says, "Where did this come from? It makes no sense to me. Why is the even near the fan?"
Well, can I chime in here a little bit with my thoughts on this though, Eric, and then you might have a better answer there with what you're reading, but I don't think it's literal feces. I think it's no different. We've had that conversation about feces on a shingle before. It doesn't mean literal feces. So like the argument of chip beef gravy can't be feces on a shingle because feces isn't white. It doesn't mean actual feces. It just means like it doesn't mean actual feces. What I'm trying to say. I can't think of a better way to say it. But like if I say like, "Oh, ain't that some?"
It's a euphemism.
Yeah,
euphemism.
But so like if I say, "Ain't that some shit?" I don't mean but that's actual feces.
Okay. Right.
So I think when the feces hits the fan, it doesn't actually mean feces. It just means.
Can we all agree that the feces hitting the fan is not a good scenario?
No.
Yeah,
we would not want it to happen.
That's true.
All right. So the online etymology dictionary says the expression is related to and may very well derive from an old joke. A man in a crowded bar needed to defecate but couldn't find a bathroom, so he went upstairs and used a hole in the floor. Returning, he found everyone had gone except the bartender, who was cowering behind the bar. When the man asked what had happened, the bartender replied, "Where were you when the hit the fan?" So thinking it defecated into the ceiling fan.
That's made up.
That's made up. That's silly.
Made up. Yeah.
No, it's a joke.
I know.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, of course the joke's made up.
Yes.
I don't think it's based on a real scenario.
Kind of like no soap radio.
Yeah. So I don't like places named with just 3 nouns back to back to back. Deerfield Beach. I don't like the sound of that for whatever reason. Just it sounds unfinished.
I don't think the deer would be in the field near the beach.
No, I don't think so either. Deerfield Beach. It's 3 nouns. I'm trying to think of another town or city named
maybe field is a verb, like when you're fielding a ground ball and there's people rolling deers around and trying to catch them.
You're fielding the deer. Maybe a field deer is a type of deer, a deer that field. Maybe it's
There
a
we go.
maybe it's a baseball playing deer. It's a fielding deer.
There's Deerfield Township in
Yes,
near
that's
Kings
true.
Island.
That's 4 nouns. Deer, field, town, ship.
When the
Does it-
township
does-
hits the
d-
fan.
Does that negate the bad? Does that make it good if it's 4 instead of 3?
It's like it's like when somebody has like 3 first names.
Okay.
There's something a bit unsettling about it.
All right. You ready for the next one, gents?
Yeah.
Woman says lingerie firm fired her because she was too hot.
Okay, say that again.
Blank woman says lingerie firm fired her because she was too hot, as in attractive, not warm.
That's what they told her.
Right. I'm thinking there are no lingerie firms in like Ohio.
Lingerie.
Lingerie.
Do you know what the irony of that statement is, Eric?
Arnie. What's the Arnie?
Arguably the largest lingerie
Yeah.
firm is in Columbus.
Well, that's true. That's true. I thought of that after I said it.
Yeah,
Les Wexner.
in the Victoria's Secret.
I didn't know
Right.
that. I didn't know
Yep.
that was
Yeah.
based on it.
The Limited.
Limited brands, L brands. All right.
I don't know why
so-
you guys know that, but I'm kind of glad you did.
Can't
Ah.
say.
I'm going to say this is not Florida. I think we're talking like, again, I'm saying out in California somewhere with that.
New York.
You say New
New
York?
York.
I say New York. New York City.
I can't tell you where, but I don't think it's Florida. So I think we're unanimous that it is not Florida. New Jersey woman
Oh, you were close.
says lingerie firm fired her because she was too hot.
See, she was from New Jersey, but she worked in New York
There you go.
at the lingerie firm.
There we go. In Harrison, New Jersey, Lauren Odes claims that her employer said she was too hot for this office and fired her after working a week at a Manhattan-based wholesale lingerie company.
See?
There you go. She filed a complaint against her employer and the employer Native Intimates for gender and religious discrimination.
Religious?
That doesn't even make any sense. That's a whole parsing for a different time. But anyway, that was a while back, but not Florida.
Nah.
Okay, how are we doing on time here?
Is that Celia commenting under the band's?
Well,
Yeah.
she made her first comment under the band's Facebook. So yeah, Todd,
Aha.
Spotify has a bathroom exhaust fan sound. Todd, if you ever get into a, she said pinch.
Ah,
I see what you did there, Celia.
Oh
You're
my.
trying to pinch, and you're in a pinch.
Hints.
Pinch. If you're trying to pinch, and you're in a pinch, go to Spotify.
God, this
And
one's
that-
great.
Allison says, when the defecation hits the oscillation. I like that. I think we should use that from here on out.
Yes.
And footnote Allison. We will no
Oh,
longer say
man.
when the hits the fan on this show.
When
It
the
will be with
defecation hits the
the
oscillation
I like it.
I do
like
too.
it.
Make sure to keep
without
the C silent.
hesitation.
Yeah. Maybe she had a sweating problem.
Yeah, that's
Like
true.
I said, I think that's just what they told her to make her feel better.
Yeah.
So Miss Wilson, are you saying she was attractive and she just had a
glandular?
problem with a glandular issue where she sweat?
This is where she swat.
Swat.
Swit, swat,
Swat.
swatting.
What? Miss Wilson, is that correct? I feel like I'm going to sweat because I swat yesterday and swat 3 weeks ago.
Tomorrow I will swat.
And it had been swatting many times. Okay, here we go for this next. We got a couple more. I love this. Blank woman admits using county cash to buy dog tuxedo. So she pilfered and embezzled county governmental funds to buy formal wear tuxedo for her dog?
Was it like Spuds McKenzie? Was it one of those kind of
Well,
dogs?
Alex from Stroh's.
Ubu.
That's as tone low as I get, folks.
Hey, well, I'm going to go. I have read once because I like useless knowledge. I've read that between the months of December and March, that Fort Myers, Florida has more poodles per capita than any other city in the United States because of
That's random.
snowbirds. Yeah, it is random.
That's random.
So, because of that piece of info, I would say one of those poodles needed a tuxedo, so she embezzled. I'm going to say Florida.
Florida. I say not Florida.
You're sousing upon my answer.
I'm
Yeah.
also saying not Florida.
Ooh.
I'm saying Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Dog needs a parka, not a tuxedo.
That's what I was going to say. You beat me to it, Bray. I was
A
gonna say the
parka.
dog. It was a
All right, so let's see. So 2 not Floridas and 1 Florida. So I have to go with your gentleman's answer. So I'm going to hit not Florida. Arkansas woman admits to using county cash to buy tuxedo. Hot Springs, Arkansas, a former assistant to the Arkansas County official, had pled guilty to fraudulent use of a credit card after she was accused of using public money to buy personal items such as a tuxedo for her pet pug.
Tux Fido.
How do you? I'm assuming here that dog tuxedos are not sold at a wide range of haberdasheries.
Would it be a tuxedo with tails?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why? How would you do that with a county credit card and not expect to get caught?
Without diving into it too much, maybe, I mean, it's possible that she just grabbed the wrong credit card, but no, I just thought it was probably like $20 and she didn't expect to get caught.
The dog puns are just flying out. They're just everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
Possible. Those are usually reserved for Brady. We're all jumping in tonight.
I know, right?
Everybody in the pool.
Okay. I think I got time for one more. Last one. Man faces charges after shooting at a ghost.
I thought you were going to
Not
say
Florida.
goat, and I was going to say definitely Florida, but
All right. I say not Florida.
I don't know. There's a lot of haunted. Are there a lot of haunted areas in Florida?
St. Augustine is supposed to be the second or third most haunted city in America, behind Savannah and New Orleans.
Merca.
But that doesn't sound like something that would happen in St. Augustine.
See, when I heard haunted, I thought of Nolans.
Nolans.
No,
See, I instantly thought of like a Civil War battleground, a battlefield, like a Gettysburg or something.
you know,
It might have even been a Civil War reenactment when the
Could have
guy
been.
thought he saw a ghost and shot at it with
see,
his blank bullet gun. Blank bullet gun.
his
I'm gonna go not Florida.
I'm going back and forward, back and forth on this, back and forward, because like, you know, the
River
Big
and
Guava, Tampa, seems to have a lot of goings on like this. It seems to be, the center of the Florida Man universe. So part of me says it's either going to be in Tampa or not in Florida at all. But I'm going to follow you, gentlemen, and say not Florida. I think they want us to think it's Florida.
They do.
And for the last one of the evening, here it goes. Not Florida, a Connecticut man, because of the haunting in Connecticut. Faces charges after shooting at a ghost. A Connecticut man who told police he was a paranormal investigator faces several charges after firing shots in his house at what he thought was a ghost.
Shooting a ghost kind of sounds like a euphemism as well.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what, but it
Like,
sounds inappropriate.
either.
I can't. All right. Well, I hope that was fun.
I think in my category, some of the things I'm going to mention can make someone shoot a ghost. I guess.
Oh goodness.
Vomit.
Vomit.
I'm just going to use that for shooting a ghost means vomiting
Yeah.
There we go.
or a certain
go.
type of diarrhea.
Diarrhea. Is the defecation going to hit the oscillation?
Does one, if they have it really bad, does it become triarrhea? Anyway.
Playitbyearpodcast.com. Visit our website. If you'd like a t-shirt, go to the website and I got to find the tab. I share the screen, find the tab. Where's the tab?
Tab for beautiful people.
Extras. Extras. Here we go.
There we go.
Play by Your Podcast at Buy Me a Coffee. That's our Buy Me a Coffee page. Click on the picture of the t-shirt there, and you can get one with our new logo on it. Our tri-headed logo, tricranian logo.
Tricranial.
Tricranial, yes. Go to the website, go to the menu, go to the store, click on the picture of the t-shirt, and you'll land on that page right there. And we'll get it to you.
And I could deliver it possibly to your abode, with a couple exceptions, like Allison. Might take me a while to drive down there, but
Sweet home Alabama.
that was a lame attempt at
at a rhythm section.
what a disservice to Skinner we just did.
Yeah. Todd, you're up.
I'm up.
You're up.
All right, gentlemen. So it's time for another food topic. And it's time for another glimpse at the differences between the three of us when it comes to eating. So I have a list. I have another. Well, we've done these. We did one other time. It's a different list, but it's basically a point per food. Except this one isn't like, I think the one we did a couple years back was had you tried it. It just says everything you don't eat. So should we qualify this with not just tried it once or whatever? This is like
you don't eat it and you don't like it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here are the Vegas odds on how this is going to finish. And I'll switch our faces on the
According
screen.
to DraftKings.com.
Yeah. Let me read the official. It's 1 point for everything you don't eat.
Okay.
Okay.
So finishing this game here in a few minutes with the least number of points. Or no, it's 1 point for everything you don't eat.
Yes.
Okay, so the most
You have it
points
right.
will be from left to right. Brady will have the most. I will have the second most. Todd will have the least.
All right. See if your prediction comes true.
Continue.
All right. Number 1. And I will keep score here, gentlemen. I'll do the best I can
Thank
here.
you.
I have 3 columns. I have a Brady column, a Todd column, and an Eric column.
Gentlemen, schmentlemen.
All right. So first on the list we have lettuce. Lettuce. Brady.
Lettuce alone.
That
Go
does
ahead.
have to be qualified here.
Well, I would say any type of lettuce.
Is it
Yeah.
romaine and iceberg, or just
If you eat,
its delivery?
Or in any setting.
Okay.
if there is a lettuce, well, if you eat any lettuce at all, you wouldn't get your point.
Okay. I guess technically, I don't love lettuce. Like I said, I could pick up grass from my yard and throw it on whatever I'm eating, and I couldn't tell the difference. But I don't generally have a problem with some shredded lettuce on my enchiladas,
Shreddus.
rancheras,
Shreddus.
shreddus.
How
Awesome.
come nobody's coined that at a restaurant?
Exactly, dude. That's amazing. That needs to be its own product.
I I triple dog dare you next time you order in a restaurant. Say you'd like some shreddus on your enchilada.
Up again and not in it. I cannot get myself a point in good conscience on this, even though it is not one of my favorites. It's just kind of
Yeah.
Don't you hate it when it gets stuck to the top of your mouth though when you're eating tacos or something?
And you won't even know it's there until later. Until
Yeah,
you go to brush your teeth and a giant leaf falls out of your mouth,
yeah.
much like a bean skin.
The bean skin.
I was fighting those the other night.
Okay. Be truthful now. How many of you, or which of you, each of you, all of us, have had to go in your mouth with your fingernails?
Oh, yeah.
And get a bean skin off the roof of your mouth.
Oh, everybody has. Anybody says they haven't's lying.
And it'll be an entire bean skin, like the bean guts just shoot out of somehow magically shoot out, and the bean skin will sew itself back together.
Well, it's like the bean molted.
Yeah,
Like it shed its exoskeleton.
yeah, but it'll be 2 layers. It's not just like a flat piece of a bean skin. It's the entire bean skin, both
Pasted
layers
to the roof of your mouth.
Yes.
Yeah, those like to get on those get on the top of your teeth too, like your back teeth, and just ride there.
As much as I would like to qualify this lettuce thing, I don't like lettuce on my sandwiches. I do eat salads.
So then, yeah, you can't get a point for that.
I
Then.
know.
Yeah.
None of us.
No point for you.
no points for anybody on lettuce, by the way.
Yeah.
Next up, this one might get a little more interesting. Brussels sprout.
Point.
No description needed.
It
Point.
stinks. And when they're prepared, they smell. They could take them back to Belgium. And I have not experienced. I've not been able to get past the smell to eat them, but I'm sure it would make my urine smell too.
Oh,
So
not like a spare. That's a bonus of anything like that.
Bonus for who?
Oh, that's just
For
good fun
fun.
to eat asparagus at dinner and then go into a restroom somewhere and
Is asparagus on this list?
it will be later. Yes.
Okay, so I'll save my asparagus input until then.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think Brussels
sprouts.
sprouts I don't think it makes your urine smell.
Okay.
No, they themselves just stank.
They do, but I like them, and especially now that like growing up, I didn't like them that well. But they were never made. It seemed like they were just heated up or whatever. I don't know, Dad, if you're listening, can tell me if I'm wrong. But then when cheese sauce got to be a thing, I could douse them in some cheese sauce and enjoy them. And now they're sautéing them. And I had some the other night from St. Elmo's Steakhouse in Indianapolis, and they were fantastic. They had like a sweet flavor to them, like they were sautéed in something, and it gave them a
So
hint
when
of
you bite
sweetness.
into them, what's their texture?
Layer. It's like just a layer of
They're like mini cauliflower. That's what they are.
yeah.
See, I don't like the smell of cauliflower either, but like, okay, but yeah, I get a point on that one.
Yeah. Eric, no points for you.
No point. I do eat Brussels sprouts. Not my go-to, but if they're served, I'll eat them.
Yeah. All right. Next up.
So
sorry.
David has comments. Welcome, David. By the way.
Hey, David.
Yeah, the old 3-day corn there.
3-day corn.
Beans.
Again.
Do fall into that. And he also says Brussels sprouts are horrible, and they're the only thing I've tried that ruined bacon.
I like them with some chunks of bacon in them, some slabo bacon.
Slabo bacon.
All right, next up, cucumber.
Asian bacon.
Cucumber.
Point. I
Eric,
will belch for weeks if I eat cucumber.
from one bite.
Yes, from one. And you know where that came from, Brady? I don't know if they were there still when you were there, Todd, but Eastern High School would make these salads, and they had cucumber in them. I'd eat them, and I'd be belching the rest of the week. No cucumber for me.
Let me take the drama out. Point for me. I don't care for them, but my dad would eat anything except a cucumber.
Really?
Hated him.
I will typically remove them from a salad if they're in there. I don't like them, but I can't give myself a point because I also have left them in there before, and I like I've had them with again like a sweet salad. Like I've had them. They do things to them. I don't know what they do to them. They pickle them or something. I don't know. And I've had them, and they're not bad.
Well,
wait a
I
minute, wait a
don't
minute, wait a
seek
minute.
them out.
Whoa.
Not pickles.
I was gonna say a pickled cucumber is a pickle.
I know that didn't sound right, but like I've had somebody that knows their way around food, but as far as preparing it, I've had cucumbers that were like bathed in a sauce, like a Swedish sour brine, like salty,
Swedish or sweet?
sweetish.
Okay.
Not Swedish. So if somebody's listening that knows what I'm trying to say, I've had them and I've liked them.
You're reported.
And Eric, now that I think about it, it could be just homemade pickles, but they weren't. It seemed like the pickled process wasn't quite finished yet. Like they took them out early because they still were more like cucumbers, but just had that sour, sweet flavor.
So they were not pickles. They were picks.
Yeah, yeah. I can't give myself a point either way, but again, I don't love them. I will eat them. If I have some ranch to dip them in, it makes them a little more enjoyable.
Ranch. Everything's good with ranch. I can eat anything with ranch. Yes,
right.
Dennis, that is correct. I will want to ask no cucumbers on my salad. I generally forget to ask for no cucumbers on my salad. Then I have to dig through all the good stuff to pick the cucumbers out of my salad, which pisses me off.
Well, but Eric, I will say this because I've done that, but they're typically easy to spot because they're not usually cut. They're usually just big discs.
Oh,
Well, correct, but like in Skyline, sometimes they'll dice those things this big, and it's like the salad is ruined.
Really?
I cannot extract all those little
Gotcha.
cubes of cucumber out of my salad.
Yeah, if they're cut up, definitely. But if they just keep the discs in there, it's not too bad to just toss them out. And the cucumber, they don't usually bleed onto other parts of the salad. So if you can get them out of there, you're usually in good shape.
The hilarity ensued one time. I was asked to saute some zucchini. Well, I was not careful, and I got a cucumber instead of zucchini, and I don't eat it. So I was kind of like oblivious to what I did. So I sauteed a cucumber, and then a bite was taken by the people that I was fixing it for. And it was like the Israelites in Egypt, like, "Wah!" It was horrible. It was a mistake on my part. My bad.
David says cucumbers are one of his favorites. Miss Wilson says mini gabbage.
Mini gabbage.
That's what the Brussels sprout.
Yeah, I thought Eric said cauliflower. You meant mini cabbage.
I meant cabbage. Yeah.
Because I don't like cauliflower.
There was a little meme back around Christmas time, and somebody posted, "This is how I wind my dad up at holidays." And you know those little truffles, the Durocher that's in the foil? And he opened all those up and put Brussels sprouts and
No, what would have been better is if he dipped them in chocolate and put them in the foil.
I just anybody that has teenage kids, this probably won't surprise you, but I just got a big giant heart of those things from a student for Valentine's Day, and I got exactly 0 of them. 0 of them. I come home the other day craving one, and it was an empty box. Of course, the box was not thrown away.
The box was not thrown away. I was going to say, yes.
The psych.
Still there.
All right, gentlemen. Next, eggs.
Yeggs.
Nobody gets a point there, right? You all
No.
eat eggs.
No.
All right. Livers.
Ah. Give me 5 points, just to be fair.
As I've said on this show before, once I found out what a liver does, I cannot eat a liver.
And once again, to harken back, do you remember the time I said there was a lady friend I was entertaining in college, and I couldn't even hardly look at her anymore because we went to Shoney's, and she got liver and onions, and I was done.
Oh,
Was that you went on a date?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what? Oh, you don't want to go necking. You don't want to go necking with somebody that just had liver and onions.
No petting
Yeah.
post liver.
I don't understand. And I think we're in the majority.
Yeah.
I don't know how people. I don't know how they even sell liver. I think my dad is keeping the liver people going. I mean, I don't like chicken livers. I don't like any livers
No.
except for fishing. Chicken liver is good fishing bait.
Well, you could take the filter out of a vacuum cleaner and fry it up, and it's the same darn thing. It functions the same way.
Yes, it does.
So no,
It does.
I don't think there's any protein in a vacuum cleaner filter though.
They're
or
vile.
arn.
Next up, we
in the
have
livers.
pickles.
Savannah says point for the liver. By the way, for her.
Pickles. I can't get myself. I like pickles a lot. I eat them.
Love.
I've been eating them. I've been eating them a ton lately.
I'll get a stray pickle in a Chick-fil-A every now and then, and it doesn't kill me.
Strickle.
A strickle. You're learning.
So you ordered Chick-fil-A without pickles?
Yeah, I try to get a
un-American.
pickleless.
It's an
But
American.
So I'll bet your sandwich is always hot, piping hot, because they have to
piping
make
hot.
it special. Like
There's madness. No, they just peel it off.
Not only that, but
no, they don't peel it off.
no, they don't flick a pickle off. They
Flickle. We can do this all night.
So, but here's the best part of the pickle on the Chick-fil-A sandwich. It's not even the pickle.
Because
It's just the
garbage is
stained.
that part.
It's the stained part of the bun where the pickle was. It's got a little chartreuse to it, and it's
That's
pickly.
true. That's true.
And the thing, I mean, if I get a stray pickle, I don't like instantly vomit. I just don't love it. My issue with pickles is the smell. I don't like that pickly smell. It's not as much the taste; it is the smell.
Do you like sweet pickles?
Not really.
Like a sweet gherkin?
A gherkin.
That was the Swedish chef.
I like homemade pickles. Some people do some really cool homemade pickle recipes.
I don't. I want my pickles dill. I don't want them sweet. I don't want them brebs and butters. I want them dill.
You don't like breads and butter pickles?
No.
Oh, I do. That's
Dill.
good on a burger. A nice crispy breads and butter pickle on a burger off the grill. That's good eating.
I want my relish to be dill. I don't want my relish to be sweet.
Now, I don't like relish. If relish is on here, I don't like relish. That's weird that I like pickles but not relish.
I mean, isn't relish just like
I think it is, but I guess it's
Relish is just something that it's pickles that people chewed in their mouth and spat it in the bowl.
baby bird style. Just spat them back into a.
Yeah.
All right, next up, gentlemen. Nobody got a point for well, nobody got a point there because it's like avocado.
yeah. Point.
Point for Eric. I like me some avocados.
Don't want no avocados. Don't want no whack-a-mole. No. Zero. Not.
The old whack-a-mole. I don't love it. It's got when I've tried guacamole. At first, this is so bad. It's a delayed thing. It's an aftertaste. I don't dig it.
I think here's why this probably. I have a feeling that you guys had we done this 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 28 years ago, I have a feeling your answers would be the same. That is one thing I do notice about myself is I would not touch an avocado or guacamole until about 5 years ago, and now I love it. So like I don't know, and I don't know if I ever ate it. I think I did a lot more like with Brady texture and things like that and smell, but to where now I just kind of, but now I like it. I don't know.
Interesting. Like Kay, whenever she eats guacamole, anybody that still has a gallbladder, guacamole will punish the gallbladder. Evidently, I've read before that that's like one of the biggest triggers.
I know. She's got her gallbladder and she loves it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So
couple comments here. That's my credo, Dennis. If it is not dill, then it is swill.
Swill.
We've got a couple nice little sayings out of this particular episode.
Yeah.
And Celia brings up a great point here. I'd forgotten about this, but it is truth. She says, Brady, the Chick-fil-A chicken is soaked in pickle juice before it is breaded. I'm surprised you eat them at all.
It's fried and it loses the stench. There's just a little. It adds some flavoring to it, and I'm not always opposed to the flavoring. It's the stink. So, and by Chick-fil-A's glorious touch by the hand of God, the way they do it, it gets rid of the stink and just leaves a little bit of the taste. That's all right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Gotta knock
David,
the stink off of it.
Stank. David
Oh,
also
yeah.
says that White Castle has to have the pickle.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, David. I also, of course, I'm a firm believer in a White Castle without cheese is far inferior to a White Castle with cheese, but it has
No,
nothing to do with the
without a
cheese.
doubt.
It doesn't even really have anything to do with the cheese. It's
It's a
it dries it
texture.
out. Yeah, it's a White Castle with no cheese is drier. It's like the
That's-
cheese gives it some moisture, some grease.
That's
Yeah.
true.
All right.
That's true.
So we went.
But White Castle burgers are steamed.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
I did know that. Yeah.
Because they're steamed on top of the bed of onions.
Why are they so angry?
Yeah.
So yeah,
All right.
it does stand to reason that the cheese would bring it some
Some moisture.
as you
Yeah.
said.
Moisture.
All right. Oranges.
Orange.
I love oranges.
Yeah. I'm more of a cutie guy myself. I don't know that I've had a full-fledged orange in years.
But Brady's loves oranges so much he's been attacked by citric acid before.
Yeah, yes, this is true. This is true. But like my favorite to eat just an orange is the navel orange. It has the best, juiciest, great flavor.
I don't like
love
anything with a seed in it, though.
Um,
Anything like that. I don't want to have to worry about
pick around it.
swallowing a seed or have to spit them out. But I like I said, cuties are usually what I go with these days.
Cutie.
So
Yeah.
nobody gets a point for oranges.
My only problem with cuties is the seeds that are in the cuties.
You got to go
Plus,
seedless.
well, okay, yeah, I got you. But
Yeah.
the sections are sometimes they're not. They're kind of spongy. They're kind of rubbery. They're kind of.
Yeah.
Hey, you talk about a bean skin. Have you ever got a cutie string stuck in betwixt your teeth?
Oh yeah, had one the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not in betwixt my teeth. It was jammed up in the bottom of one of my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, taught a whole lesson trying to fish that thing out of there with my tongue. I don't think the kids understood a word I said.
It looked like Mr. Ed the whole time.
Yeah, one thing I do. This is a little, I guess, bonus about cuties and oranges is it's nature's cologne, man. You eat one of those things and you got it on your fingers and you walk around for the next hour. You smell citrusy. I do like that. Although your fingernails will be orange,
Right.
Yeah.
but you smell good. You smell better after you eat a cutie or an orange. All right, wheat bread. No, I'm sorry, apples.
Love apples.
Yeah. I mean, I don't eat them as much as I do bananas and cuties, but
yeah, I mean, it's not that I won't eat an apple. I don't seek apples out anymore. I used to like them better than I do now,
Really?
for whatever reason. Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe just tired of them.
Yeah, could be.
I don't think it's on this list, but my son said the other day, and I agree with him. A blueberry, I think, is about the worst tasting fruit just on its own. It is really not much. They're just not that good.
I
like
blueberries
blueberry flavored things,
all the time. All the time.
but I like blueberries. Don't get me wrong, and I like them with other. Like if I have like blueberries and some strawberries and some things like that with mixed berries. But just a blueberry that's about a week and a half old, but yet it's not worth throwing out yet. There's not much. There's not much positive from eating that. I mean, it's just
It definitely a sweet spot for the blueberry. It once it gets old, it does lose quite a
Yeah.
bit of its taste.
Now, I like blueberry. I like fresh blueberries, but blueberry pie is one of my least favorites because it's the gelatinous goo around it kind of changes it.
Well, I typically like gelatinous pie goo, but I don't like blueberry pie either.
It's a great band name. Gelatinous pie goo.
The blueberry pie is probably the least sweet of the fruit pies.
It probably is.
Can I ask a dumb question? Have you ever eaten blueberries and certain blueberries or a blueberry pie, and you will just get a hint of an onion taste?
No, but I do. I don't like. Again, just I'm talking blueberries right out of the container. They don't have blueberries. I always remember blueberries being like perfect, like perfectly round. There's no like they have no like
Stem
roughness
yeah.
but they kind of have a like there's times where I almost feel like there's a spider peeking out of one or something like there's something alien about just something kind of gross and that
They do have the stems that get messed up because they don't de-stem some of them, and then you eat a stem that's no good. And they have those little I don't know if they're leaves or dried up leaves or husks or something.
Husk.
I think they're inferior to the other berries that you eat out of the same types of like strawberries, blackberries, raspberry. Now a raspberry has a very short window of usefulness too.
Agreed.
All right. Wheat bread.
I love and prefer wheat bread.
Oh yeah,
that's my preference as well.
All right, yogurt.
Yogurt.
Eric likes his yogurt, don't you, Eric?
I love my yogurt. Yeah. I buy it multiple cases at a time from Sam's.
There has never been a
Chobani
food
Zero. That's my go-to.
There has never been a food on the planet that tasted and smelled more like vomit than yogurt.
So you don't like yogurt?
I eat it. I mean,
I eat vomit too.
Yeah, but I don't eat a lot of yogurt like the flavored yogurts. I do eat I actually
plain yogurt.
Well, but I eat that with as
you eat that as sour cream.
Sour cream, yeah, like a healthier sour cream.
Yeah, I love me some yogurt.
Brady, do you eat the just non-flavored Greek yogurt?
If I do, I have to have some fruit in it.
So you don't like sour cream, but if you might try that on something where you would normally eat sour cream and you might like it because that's what I use it as.
Oh no, that seems a little unnecessary.
I'll tell you what's good, and it's fairly healthy. The plain Greek yogurt, and you dump some powdered like pudding mix into it and like stir it up.
Yes. Oh, like chocolate powder.
Yeah.
I do the same thing, Eric, with Cool Whip. I get like the fat free or the low fat Cool Whip, and I put in either powder or the powder pudding or the Jello.
Yes.
Or get the orange Jello powder. Get it's a pretty healthy snack for you guys out there. Get the fat free, sugar free, or whatever orange Jello powder. Mix it in with the fat free or the low fat Cool Whip. It's a nice, and you can put because I do the orange and chocolate together, chocolate pudding.
Really?
Yeah, I like chocolate orange flavors.
See, I always hated. I got some highfalutin chocolates one time that were it was like orange chocolate, and I should like it, but I just don't.
Yeah, one go-to gift I have to get see every year is one of those at Christmas time they have it's like an orange. It's wrapped up and goes.
One of those smacking oranges. You have to smack it, and it
it actually breaks up into like actual wedges, and she loves those things. Now they have them in like mint and like all kinds of different flavors. They had I got her one this year that was what's the stuff called like a Nestle like a crunch.
Yeah,
had like a gristle to it. It was like bumps.
Texture. It had tread.
All right, where's my number? There we go. All right. So yogurt. Did nobody got a point?
Nope. Love it.
Nope.
Catsup. Excuse me. Ketchup. Brady, you don't eat ketchup either?
No, we've done. It's a condiment.
I thought it was white condiments you didn't like.
Well, that's true too, but I don't love ketchup.
How do you not like ketchup?
So ketchup or catsup?
This is ketchup, not fancy catsup.
I'll get a point either way, but
you do?
I do not.
You don't.
No. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Ranch dressing.
Ranch.
Point for Brady.
The white condiment over under.
Eric and I don't get a point. Blues cheese.
Point.
Tell us how you really feel, Eric. Now let's see.
It's moldy cheese.
I love blue cheese chunks. I don't like blue cheese salad dressing.
Ooh, it's too tart tang. It's too.
Tang.
Tang.
I believe that was a rapper, wasn't it? Tang.
Tang Clan. I have had blue cheese crumbles on a burger that's been absolutely amazing.
That's my favorite burger. Black and blue burger is my favorite burger.
Yeah, I've even had one that has the blue cheese crumbles and a Jacques cheese on it also.
See, Brady, that's another reason. It's pretentious and French.
I don't think I want to think about anything that has the words blue cheese and jock in the same sentence.
See, it's not blue cheese. It's bleh cheese.
Bleh.
Bleh cheese. But no,
I think somebody that has that problem needs some of that gold bond powder I was talking about earlier.
Yeah, I know. I've had. It seems like I've had a slightly breaded blue cheese crumble on a burger one time in Florida.
I've had the
So if you could think of like cheese curds, but it's blue cheese curd.
Yeah, there's over in Wilmington, the what's the old hotel there? The
General Denver.
General Denver. A couple of summers ago, Say and I went there, and they had one of their appetizers. They had was like the kitchen chips, like that a lot of people have, but they were cheese, and it was a blue cheese type.
Interesting
concoction on them, and it was really good. Now I will say a little goes a long way with blue cheese.
Yeah,
but I'm a fan of all crumbled type cheeses. I like goat. I like blue. I like feta.
I like goat.
All right, so Eric got a point. Phone keeps.
Brady, you didn't get a point on that.
No, I like blue cheese crumbles.
Dressing?
Well, it didn't say dressing. It just says. It just says blue cheese.
You said blue cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ranch dressing was directly above it. Next up, canned tuna.
Point.
Nay.
And
Grow up, gentlemen. Grow up.
Throw up, gentlemen.
You got
Throw up.
That's right.
I've been on a tuna tear lately. I've been
tuna tear.
I bet that smells good.
Well, I wish you would have seen. I'm going to try to. There's no way I can even make this as funny as what it was. But I've been trying to lose some weight and get back in shape and stuff lately. And so one of the things I wanted to do was a couple days a week have tuna, and because that's the only kind of fish I get. I don't eat much fish that's not breaded and unhealthy. So anyway, I took a can of tuna to school, and you can't open it anywhere without grossing everyone out. So I asked she was going to the grocery store. She's like, you need anything? I said, yeah, I would like some of those pouches of tuna. I said, because I think they're drained. You don't have the water, so you don't have to deal with it. So she got me some of those, and I was running late one morning, and I just threw the pouch, and I like to put mustard and Miracle Whip and mix it up and make like a little makeshift tuna salad. And so anyway, so I just put like the mustard and the Miracle Whip like in a little container, and I just threw it all in a bag, and I went to school, and I eat in my room. And so I'm in there, and I try to. My plan was to mix it all up. So I had my breads. I had 2 pieces of bread. I had the mustard and the mayo, and I'm mixing it up. And I go to open the tuna. I didn't realize that it's spackled in the inside of that bag. Like it doesn't just pour out. The tuna doesn't. It is literally. You have to take something and peel it off of the walls of the. And I'm slopping tuna everywhere. I had tuna on my computer screen. I had like a dab of tuna across my monitor. I had tuna in between the keys of my keyboard. I had tuna everywhere.
That is rancid.
Yeah,
it's foul. It's fish, but it's fish and foul.
So I learned my lesson. I mix up my tuna salad now in the morning at home. Because I couldn't get the pouch open all the way, so I had like a dangly thing for the pouch, and so I'm dumping it, and it's hitting the pouch, and and the pouch is making it fly to and fro.
Yeah, I
had it on my lap.
Yeah, you had a dangling participle on your pouch.
Yes. All right, so you guys both got points for tuna. I did not get a point for tuna. Next up, crabs.
Grab.
I love crab meat.
Point.
You guys.
Real crab, imitation crab.
I like it all. I like imitation
Point.
crab, real crab.
What? We've talked about this before. I have forgotten. Where does imitation crab come from? Isn't it like some kind of
The
shellfish
imitation
or some
ocean.
kind of bait fish? It's something
Dude.
that's used for bait usually, and then they turn it into imitation crab. They pack it in a clow.
Tuna.
My son knows what it is. Actually,
Yeah.
If he is listening.
Is it
What did,
smelt or something?
no, it's nothing seafood. The imitation tuna, I don't think is even seafood. I don't even think it's.
Yeah, I'm thinking it here. I can do it, Eric. So
You
you
know-
guys continue.
Oh, you're looking it up. I didn't know what you were doing. All right, next up we have grapes.
Love them.
Love my grapes.
And it's always a lottery.
Minced fish flesh. That's what imitation crab is.
Really?
Yeah, I
Minced
swore it was fist.
fish
See, I didn't think it was. But I
flesh.
also don't know if there's because at crab rangoons, which I love. I've heard that some of those, most of them are not real crab. I've heard it's even sometimes flecks of carrot and some other things in there.
You ready for this yummy description, Todd?
Yes.
Imitation crab's meat is made with surimi, a paste made of finely shredded or pulverized fist. It's minced, heated, and pressed into shapes that resemble a clow.
It's usually pollock.
It's good. It's good on. It's good
Not
on
it.
salads.
Pollock.
Storming. Is it supposed to storm tonight? I hear some thunder.
Yes,
Here's some
yes.
chunder.
You
All right.
are in a severe thunderstorm warning, sir. Just to let
lovely.
you know.
Peanut butter.
What kind of communist does it without a food allergy?
Yeah, I love peanut butter. Next up,
So
Oh, sorry.
Savannah says Kroger has grapes in the summer that are from the grapery. The grapery.
Don't
Yeah.
you love it? The
Yeah.
moment
Cotton
you hit
can-
the lottery. Cotton
Gum-
candy
cotton
grapes,
candy
there you
grapes
go.
are awesome. Yeah,
Moondrops and cotton candy.
but you know the weird thing about grapes. just so you know, Dennis, right now the tally so far, we're not even through one column of 3, and Brady has 7 points, Eric has 6 points, and I have 1 point.
So the comment was for our audio listeners. Dennis says Todd will survive any apocalypse with his stomach.
You know what's weird though is Celia says I'm a picky eater.
What?
Yeah.
So she would have 0 points in this.
Oh
whole
yeah,
thing?
I guarantee she probably likes it. Well, I don't think she eats liver, so that's the only point I've gotten so far is liver.
Liver.
But pork is the next one.
Pork?
Yeah, pork.
Love pork.
I love pork.
I'll eat pork. Yeah, I'll eat pork.
Next up, and the last in this column. So I don't know, gentlemen, if you want to just do one column per show.
Volume.
Tofu.
Point.
Yeah, no tofu for me.
No, I don't mind tofu. I don't like it
I would rather
Right.
eat actual toe.
without the foo.
Would you eat foo without the toe?
No, I don't mind tofu cubes when it is cooked into the dish I'm eating. But I don't like it as a complete protein substitute. I kind of consider tofu cubes like water chestnuts or bamboo shoots.
I like water chestnuts.
Yeah, I like, and it's kind of the same thing. A tofu cube mixed into my Thai food is okay, but I just don't want it to be the it could be a supporting act, but it can't be the headliner.
Yeah. Eric,
I think
point.
one yes. I think one volume per show. That's good.
Okay, so
That's a good
after one
extended
round,
topic.
gentlemen, the score is Brady with 7 points. Just a reminder, this is 1 point for everything you do not eat on this list. Brady
And the
has 7. Go ahead.
The volume is how many in the volume?
1, 2, 3.
Do you give me a
20.
text, Eric?
20.
20.
So
7 out of 20.
yeah, Brady eats.
So is that an
Sorry.
actual picture?
Yeah, it is.
That's a bunny.
A bunny.
Eric also is 7.
Hmm.
Todd 2.
Yeah.
2.
See, and that's what, like, going into this, I said, I'm thinking the condiments are going to rack me up points, but if they start getting into ethnic, like getting into Asian food, I'm gonna, you know,
Yeah. I didn't really want to look ahead, but I because I haven't looked at this list. I mean, I just glanced at it.
can I put a
I see some
disclaimer
points coming
out?
up. I see some points coming up for me.
Yeah. Hey, I just want to throw it out there to our listeners and everything. If I disappear, it's lightning something fierce here. If I lose power, that's what that'll explain my disappearance.
All right. Same here, I guess.
Brady may lose pair.
Power.
Wonder working pair. All right.
I'm a sucker.
Once again, visit our website right at the top of our screen, www.playbyyourpodcast.com. You can find all the history of our show. You can find our isms, some of the terminology we use that you may wonder.
Like fist.
Fist. Okay, what are they talking about?
Arish.
Go to our website. You can find out what the crap we're talking about. Okay. On to the gain of the night.
What's the gain?
The gain of the night is word teasers.
Weezers.
Before we started the game, I forgot I was going to bring this up at the beginning of the night. I'm going to offer an apology, like to Liz and Amy. There was a few people that commented last week. We couldn't see the comments. I did not see the comments until I was watching a replay a little bit. And so if we are not seeing or commenting on your comments, it could just be a
Well, it also depends on like where. A lot of times, it depends on where they're commenting from.
They may not be watching live. They may comment.
Right.
Later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we welcome any comments. We love the comments. All right. So word teasers, just to bring everyone back up to speed as to what this game is. Unsheath that sucker.
that would have been great if I would have went.
It about went into my candle.
That would have been bad. Would have been the thunderstorm put you out of power.
Yeah.
All right. So I will give our players here a sentence, and then there will be a slang word from another country in the sentence, and then there will be 4 choices as to what said slang word means. So they will have to decide which one is correct. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are we playing to 7 again? Is that the number?
That sounds like a good number.
That's good one.
All right. So we drew lots backstage. Todd, you are first. All right. So we're looking at Australia. Todd.
Aye.
Now, I'm not sure why someone from this with this particular name would be in Australia, but you find out that your friend Raoul has gone bush. What on earth has he done? A, he's gone camping. B, he grew a beard. C, he's off the grid and living in the woods. Or D, he's gotten a new job as a landscaper.
I wish it were he grew a beard because I think that would be an awesome way to say somebody grew a beard. They've gone bush.
Boosh.
Booger. But I think it's either now. Does Brady get a steal? I can't remember. I want to know before I say too much. Okay.
Brady does not get a steal.
All right. So
Brady will get the point if you're wrong.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the outdoors. I just don't know if it's the camping or is living. But I'm going to say it's living, going off the grid and living in the in the bush.
In the bush. All right. Raoul has gone camping or otherwise out enjoying the wilderness, which could also, of course, mean he's pooping in the woods.
So can I argue not for a point, but could I argue that those two are so close and those 2 answers are so close? You think about it.
I don't disagree with you.
So if someone's going camping, they're going bush. What are if they decide they're just living out in it, then would they be like just double bush, like they're bushing it? They're
dual bush
by
Bush Hill.
I don't know. Have to ask your friendly neighborhood Aussie. I don't know.
Yes, I will do that.
Brady.
C.
England. Cockney slang. When your mom wants to give you a little lump of ice, what the heck does she want? To check you for lice, to give you advice, to cook you some rice with her own special spice, to give you her cold, to put some cold cash in your old billfold.
What kind of?
Dang. That's going deep into the bowels of Cockney England, I think. I'm gonna go with putting some cash in your billfold.
Okay. She wants to give you advice. Listen up, knucklehead. She's your mom. Your man.
So advice is just like getting rid of the first syllable. Like, here's some ice.
Lump of ice. Oh,
I don't know.
there you go. 1-1.
Nice.
Todd, back to the outback. Australia. What are you doing if you're taking out your cobber? A, taking out your trash. B, taking out your best friend. C, taking out your floaties to wear them in the bathtub. Or D, taking out your cousin.
So when it says taking them out, does it mean like romantically? Or just
Or
like
just-
you're going out on a night on the town with like your...
What are you doing if you're
something.
taking out your cobber? I cannot give you anything more than that.
Can you give me A, B, and D again?
A, taking out your trash. B, taking out your best friend. D, taking out your cousin.
I'm going to say taking out your best friend.
Answer: you're taking your best friend out. You're a good friend, though soon to be a little poorer.
My cobbers.
So Todd out to a 2-1 lead.
Run away with it.
Brady slang from England. You're going on a vacation to a place that is known to be very twee. Twee. So is that place dangerous and alarming, quaint and charming, sexy and disarming, or smelling manure from cattle farming?
Charming.
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 We for twee. You deserve some quaint and charming. Bravo.
Thank you.
Je
I've read
Jim-
that in a book before, and I had to
Jim-
look it up.
m'appelle pas, says
Je
Todd.
m'appelle pas. Oui, tweet.
All right, Todd.
Yes.
England. If your uncle has gone away with the fairies, where might you find him? A, dressing up as a Disney princess. B, singing in the rain. C, in a loony bin. Or D, making a wax sculpture of a fairy garden.
Can you repeat the answers one more time?
A, dressing up as a Disney princess. B, singing in the rain. C, in a loony bin. Or D, making a wax sculpture of a fairy garden.
And what's the term again?
If your uncle has gone away with the fairies.
Interesting.
I'm saying in the loony bin.
Answer: in the loony bin, away with the fairies means he's gone a little cray-cray.
I'll take it. I'll take that point.
Hey,
Griffin.
Pete.
A.
3-2.
Pete.
Bang. Brady,
Yo.
England. If you are box ticking at your job, what would your manager say about you? A, you drum your pen on the desk. B, you do as you're told. C, you're always late to clock in. Or D, you watch the time tick by and don't work hard.
I think you're working hard because you're stocking boxes, so you're ticking the boxes and stacking them quickly. This is a guess. I do not know this one.
Okay, now I think you're giving an answer that was not a choice. So let me read the choices for you again.
Yes.
A, you drum your pen on the desk.
Uh-uh.
B, you do as you're told. C, you're always late to clock in. Or D, you watch the time tick by and don't work hard.
Oh. That does change my answer. But to be fair and stay within the parameters of the game, I'm going to have to answer doing as you're told. Because I equated that with working hard, and to be fair, I'm going to go with that answer.
Okay. Answer: you do as you're told. Managers love.
Nice.
Oh, holy heck! I pulled that one out of my anus.
3-3.
Tie game.
Tie.
Todd.
Yes.
Ireland.
Ireland.
Your teacher tells you that you really need to pull your socks up. What are they trying to tell you? A, stop procrastinating and get to work. B, your feet stink. OMG. C, pull your grades up. They've been dropping. Or D, they're going to sock you for being a smart aleck.
Can you repeat A and C for me?
A, stop procrastinating and get to work. C, pull your grades up. They've been dropping.
I'm going to say pull your grades up. They've been dropping.
Answer: stop procrastinating. Pull your socks up means get down to work. So Brady out to a lead.
Aha.
That's what he was waiting for.
Could be the opening.
It's the gap that I need.
Brady. England. Cockney slang. You arrive at a friend's place, and over the intercom, they tell you to take the apples and pears. What the heck is your friend telling you? A, be sweet and bring up the mail. B, they're confusing you with a door-to-door fruit salesman. C, steal some produce from your neighbor's trees. Or D, take the stairs up to the apartment.
I don't know. None of those sound good to me. I'm only going to go with stairs because it rhymes with pears.
Answer: you're taking the stairs, so get ready for some exercise.
Pull that out of your ear.
I did. That's 2 times. I never get that lucky.
Todd.
Yes. I need it.
England. Carney slang. If you were disturbed by the box of toys, why might you feel that way? A, it's the name of a heavy metal band. B, the toys are coming alive, run for your life. Or C, there's too much dang noise.
There's only 3 answer choices?
3 answer choices.
And what's the saying again?
If you were disturbed by the box of toys, why might you feel that way?
Okay. First, repeat them again, please. The 3 choices.
A, it's the name of a heavy metal band. B, the toys are coming alive, run for your life. C, there's too much dang noise.
Too much noise.
Answer: great name for a heavy metal band who could be responsible for ear-crushing noise. Noise is what box of toys is slang for. Todd gets the point.
Dang, man.
Circle gets the square.
Yes, it gets the square. 5-4 Brady. Brady, Australia. Your uncle calls you a bludger. Is he saying you're scattered? Should you be flattered? Is he saying you're lazy or lost your mind crazy?
I'm going to guess lazy because that just sounds like a lazy person. They're a bludgerer.
Answer. If you were really a bludger, then you might be too lazy to even find out what bludger means.
Is that the winning point?
He's in the bairn.
In the
I'm in the barn with the gairn.
in the bear with the gear.
In the tractor with a hern.
All right, Todd, slang from England, Cockney style.
Cackney.
Okay, so the card says you must rap this to the person you're playing the game with. Your friends see you on a clever mic. You could be on a bike, could be on a hike. You could look dreamlike, or you could look ghost-like from your hunger strike. Tell me, clever Mike, what am I talking about?
Oh, dear Lord.
Good God.
Is it possible to have you read it without rapping? Not that you didn't do a fine job.
Well, thank you.
Jam Master A.
I will read it without rapping. Your friends see you on a clever mic.
Okay.
You could be on a bike, could be on a hike. You could look dreamlike, or you could look ghost-like from your hunger strike. Tell me, clever Mike, what I'm talking about.
Hike.
I'm talking about going on a good bike ride. Got 2 fast wheels and I'm rolling with pride.
Yeah.
I'd
Boy.
rap too.
Brady.
Brady
yet
with the slangs.
I
Is that
backed into that
is that
one.
my third week in a row losing, or is it second?
Second. I think I won last week and this week, but you took the
Yeah,
first
I
one.
think you took the first one.
Gotcha. Crap.
All right.
Well
I'm on a
played,
roll.
Brady.
Give him some butter. He's on a roll. All right. Miss Wilson says Cockney is famous for a rhyming slang. And she knew it was take the stairs. So some of these comments are just popping up, so I know we're a little
I'm
behind.
gonna blame
but
it on the Sturm.
Blame it on the Sturm.
Yeah.
All right, gentlemen, anything else for the good of the order before I go down through the
I was bitten to my tootsie, so I can't say anything right now.
All right.
good.
So as always, the audio version of the podcast will be out Friday morning, 3 a.m. Anchor.fm is our main platform. However, we are also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and the iHeartRadio app, and most anywhere else you find your audio podcasts. Video-wise, we're also on Spotify there, as well as YouTube on our own channel, Play It By Your Podcast, and also on Twitch,
Twitch.
Play By Your Podcast. Once again, on Twitch, if you happen to be on that platform, our shows are only archived for a couple weeks there, so but they're all on YouTube if you want to find them there, and of course archived on Facebook as well.
I was kind of hoping the gentleman from England that watches us on Twitch, when we started doing these, I was hoping he was going to chime in.
That would be interesting. I wonder if there'd be any he didn't know. I mean, I imagine England's like us, right? I mean, there's probably some dialects that we're not too familiar with.
Yeah.
Used.
Yeah.
All right. Social media. We're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagrams. You can find all those links on our website. Interact with us via email, admin@playbyyourpodcast.com. You can leave a voice message for us. Click the link at your audio podcast provider. If that audio podcast provider is iHeartRadio, there's a little microphone that says talkback. That's how you leave the voice message for us on that platform. Anything else, gentlemen?
All good.
Nothing else for me.
Chew that cud.
Man, the older you get, the harder it is to chew those things.
1, 2, 3.
That was especially chewy. It's double the Tootsie.
All right. Join us next week, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock, episode 126 of the Play It By Ear podcast.
Thank you, folks.
Take us
Peace.
out, gentlemen.
Thanks for listening to the Play It By Ear podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter at Play It By Ear Pod 2, and our website at anchor.fm/Play It By Ear podcast. Thanks again, and join us next time as we play it by ear.